We are still on part 5. This is part 5C. We are trying to take time and explain things for you to understand. If you have a friend or a relative who is doing these drugs, who is indulging in these hard drugs, you can let the person join the class or the lesson. It will benefit him or her. So with the part 5C, we are trying to look at why these drugs or these psychoactive drugs or these hard drugs are highly addictive. We've looked at part 5A, we've looked at part 5B. We say with the part 5B, they have strong addiction potential to induce what? Addiction in the users. That is, when you are doing these drugs, there's a likelihood that you become addicted to extent that quitting from the drug will be very difficult. Why? Because at that time you have been what? You have been hooked or gripped by the drugs. So the question is, why these drugs are highly addictive in nature? Why these drugs are highly addictive in nature? Studies indicate that these drugs contain series of what? Addictive element. These drugs contains series of what? Addictive what? Element or addictive what? Properties in them. So that is how come when you take these drugs, with time, over time, you become addicted. You hardly stop. Upon the advice, upon the lesson, upon whatever words they are giving you, you can't stop. Why? You have become hooked onto the drug. You know why? Because the chemical component, the addictive element in these drugs, the addictive substances, the addictive compounds in these drugs have gripped you, have crippled you. So you can't stop. Now, these are examples of these hard drugs, and then they are addictive what element in them, or they are addictive what property in them. So when we take marijuana, you can see their addictive property in marijuana, or the addictive property in marijuana is what is called THC. That is detonine tetrahydrocannabinol. It is an addictive element found in marijuana. So when you start smoking marijuana, with time you become addicted because of the what? Because of the THC, the detonine tetrahydrocannabinol in what? In the marijuana. When we take cigarettes, we have nicotine. So this is, you see cigarette here, the nicotine is here, it leads to what? Addiction. What it means is that when you take a cigarette, it contains addictive element called what? Nicotine. And it hijacks your brain for you to become addicted to it. This is it. So marijuana contains what? A chemical compound called what? Detonine tetrahydrocannabinol, which is what? Responsible for you becoming what? Addicted to it, to a extent that you can't stop. That is why we see them day in, day out, they smoke. They indulge what? Marijuana. No matter how much advice you give them, they are still in it. Why? Because they have become hooked onto the what? Onto the drug. Because of this what? THC, chemical compound in it. So follow us whilst we move along. Thank you.